Hello, I'm Dr. Elizabeth Coyne and I'm here with Israel, and he's going to present this section of his program, which is Living Well, which is about sort of support for patients and family with cancer who live in Nigeria. And I'll hand over to Israel now to talk about Module 4.
Thank you, Dr. Elizabeth, for this wonderful support that I've received from you. So this module specifically focuses on how we can application of spirituality, especially spiritual support of people living with cancer and also the family caregiver. So as I have said before that in Module 3, that Nigeria is a religious country. As a matter of fact, Nigeria is considered to be the most religious nation in the world. In other words, the people living in Nigeria, they are so religious to the extent that religions affect everything about their lives, affects how they perceive things, affect everything. So religions can never be overemphasized when it comes to the management of chronic disease such as cancer. So therefore, that is the reason why this module focuses on the religious aspect. How do we enhance, how do we apply spirituality to enhance the quality of life of people living with cancer? So we first of all look at looking for meaning. So when somebody is diagnosed with cancer, the first thing or one of the things that will come to our mind is that, oh, what next now? Is it the end of life? How am I going to live? What happened to my family? What happened to my children? What happened to my dependent? And also, where am I going to in case if I die? Those are the questions that runs the mind of the person that's just diagnosed, and at the same time, in the mind of the family caregiver, the loved one, oh, they are looking at the loved one, oh, are we going to lose him or lose her? Okay, if this fellow dies now, what happened to my benefactor? What happened to me? How am I going to be taken care of? So you discover that all these things are going on even in the mind of people living with cancer, and at the same time, the family caregiver. So therefore, we look at how do we apply spirituality into this. Spiritual support is very, very important if we must improve the quality of life of people living with cancer in Nigeria. And therefore, we look at finding comfort in spirituality. Spirituality is important to the well-being of people who have cancer, enabling them to better cope with the disease. Because we discover when we tell you that it is well, God is in charge. All those words tend to also give hope to people living with cancer. It doesn't matter. God will take care of you. It's one of those things that we need to pass through in life. You believe in your God. In the world, whatsoever you believe in, definitely God will do it and is going to solve the problem that you are facing today. So spirituality may help patients and also the family find deeper meaning and also experience a sense of personal growth during cancer treatment while living with cancer as well as cancer survivor. So we look at the tip for strengthening the spirit. Your spirit, what are the tips? Number one, we need to take time regularly to meditate or pray. You pray to your God, you meditate. Now, what I'm passing through now, what next? Oh, you believe that my God can do it. I believe that, yes, I cannot die now. Because by doing so, and you pray to your God and believe that your God will come to your aid, especially in this predicament. Also, we read what's called spiritual writing. A lot of books, there is hope for you. It doesn't matter. A lot of books that have been written concerning, especially when somebody is passing through challenges of life. So you believe that, yes, it will should come to an end, and God will bring you out of that predicament. Also, another tip that we need to also mention is seek the help of others. We cannot die in isolation. So you need to consult others. It could be your spiritual leader. It could be your pastor, imam. Oh, come to my head. This is what we are passing through. They can give you psychotherapy. They can give you the word of hope, the word of comfort that is going to make positive impact in your life. Also, to some people, they will like going for retreats or spiritual spaces. They want to be alone and they want to go to natural setting. They want to move close to the nature. Or some people want to go to museum. Those are the things that give them, that increases their spiritual well-being and make them have a good quality of life. And at the same time, we can also listen to classical or spiritual music. And this one is common in Nigeria. You see a lot of music that can give hope, that can give you comfort, even in challenging times. So all this one will have positive impact. And also talking about spiritual matter with another. So I've given an example, engaging your brethren, and that is the reason why if you belong to any organization, any denomination, any church, your brethren come around, they come around and to console you and tell you, no, it doesn't matter. You are not alone. We are with you. And definitely God will come to your aid. And having said that, there are some spiritual questions that people always, especially when you find yourself in this situation, why me? Why me? What have I done wrong? Is my illness a punishment? We want to let you know it is not a punishment. It can happen to anybody, definitely. So, and that it has happened to you does not mean that that is the end of life. God will also show up in that situation. Some will ask question, why was I placed on earth? Why did I even come if this thing will happen to me? You can't query God. God allowed you to come for a purpose. And God allowed this thing to happen for a purpose. That doesn't mean that that is the end of your life. And somebody may ask, is there hope? I'm telling you this moment, there is a great hope, definitely. So when you know that you are still alive, like adage that we said in Nigeria, when there is life, there is hope. There is hope. How can I be forgiven? Some people will look at it, oh, could it be because I have committed sin? Could it be the sin of my forefather that is now manifesting, the consequence is now manifesting on my life? No. It has nothing to do with this. It's not just because you are a sinner or because you have committed anything previously or your parents previously. It just happened that way because there are things that happen in life that sometimes we will not be able to have adequate answer to. Some people will say, okay, what will be the last hour of life? What will my life be like? So all those things are the questions that are going in the mind of people that have cancer and at the same time the family caregiver. Will that hurt? Will I have to suffer? What do I have to suffer? And what is the purpose of dragging out my life? So all these are the questions that are normal. But listen to me, when you have people around you, you have people to support your spiritual leader and you pray to your God, all these answer will be answered, all these questions will be answered, and you have what to call spiritual support. But more importantly, when we find yourself in this situation, like the Bible says, iron sharpeneth iron. We need somebody that is more spiritual to come to your aid, to support you, and give you the word of hope. By doing so, your spiritual life will be enhanced. And when this is enhanced, it also have a positive impact on your quality of life. Thank you.